still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another CC haul. Today I have a bunch of new CC items for your male and your female Sims. As always, you can find links to all of the CC in the description down below, and I am extremely excited to announce that there is like so much male CC in today's video. I know they sometimes fall short, even though I do try my hardest to gather all of the new CC I can find for male Sims, but today, you know, there is so many cute items and I'm just really excited for you to see them. There is amazing clothing items, there's some shoes, but there's also one hairstyle in particular for them that I'm just absolutely obsessed with, and I will have probably put it on the thumbnail so you would have seen it by now, but it's just a really cute like short curly hairstyle and I was just obsessed. Like I put it on my Sim and I was like, oh my god, he looks so good. And I was very obsessed. And the clothing items are also really nice because I feel like a lot of the time when I find CC for males, specifically clothing items, it's always things that, or often things that have been adapted from like different packs that came out. So it's like edits on certain items that EA came out with, or a lot of times I feel like it is more of a casual clothing style, if that makes sense. I never feel like it's very out there and fashionable, and I kind of like that for my male Sims because I do love dressing Sims up in sometimes more eccentric ways or more fashionable ways, maybe even things I wouldn't wear outside. I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's fun to experiment with that and like give each of the Sims in your games like very different styles. It's just fun, but all of those things are more like Y2K, I would say, or like, I don't know, do we even call it Y2K still? That was like a thing a few years ago, but is it still called that? And I feel like people still dress like that. It's just funny because it's what I remember from when I was younger, people on TV wearing, like stars would always wear those type of clothing items, and now it's so funny because I see younger people wear it and I don't know, I kind of like it. I just think it's funny because it's not that long ago to me. Like I feel like all of the fashion styles, is that a word? All of the fashion, I think I could just leave it there, always makes a comeback, and I feel like it always happens after like 50 years or so. So I feel like having fashion from the 2000s, it's very early because I still remember it, so many people still remember it. I don't know, it's just, is it just me? Also, has it ever been this extreme with something coming back? Because when I was younger, I don't remember dressing like people from previous centuries. I think we just had like a bad, I'm not gonna say we looked good, like I looked awful as a teen. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I feel like that is true for most people my age. It just wasn't a good time for dressing. And I feel like people nowadays put a lot of like effort into it. I feel like social media probably does play a big role in it though, because you just see what people wear. Like back then it wasn't, you didn't have that much of an influence. It was kind of just the people you saw on the street or people you went to school with, that kind of thing. But you didn't really seek out fashion inspiration from people online that might be very good at it, or I don't know, just, you know, inspiration. It's always good. I also realized we've made it like 3 minutes into this video and I haven't even given you the introduction I usually do, so hope you're all doing well. How rude of me to not ask this earlier. I hope you're all doing okay. We kind of just went into a babble here of clothing items because I did want to say that the male Sims now got some really cute items and I'm so stoked to use all of them. I was a little hesitant, I'm not gonna lie, because whenever I find new CC creators, I feel like a lot of the times the preview images might not be up to the level of people who've done it for a very long time, like Serenity or Sims Trouble. Like there's a lot of CC creators that I go to and like their preview pictures are always so professional, so you can really tell what you get when you download the things, and the items themselves look very high quality. So when I download from new creators, I don't know if it's because maybe they don't have as good of a graphics card or PC, so they can't even take amazing preview pictures, or if it's just because they are still learning, obviously, like they haven't done preview pictures, I would assume, before, so it's like a learning curve, I feel like. But I'm always hesitant because I saw the clothes for the male Sims and I was like, they look good, but I didn't know if they would look very Max's match. Sometimes I can't really tell from the preview pictures, which is also why we do these CC holds, I feel like, because otherwise all of you would have to go in and check in game if those things are actually Max's match and if they're up to what you're liking in the game. You know, I feel like it's good to have a place where you can see stuff actually in game, because it could also be the other way around. Like sometimes preview pictures look amazing and then you have the item in your game and there's like a lot of issues with it, or the texture doesn't look quite right, or I don't know, a lot of times that happens too. So I'm always happy to, you know, be the little test subject here, throw all of this CC in my game and see what happens. And yeah, I was very happy because when I went into the game, it looked really good. Specifically for someone who's like a new creator, I was so surprised because those things look amazing. I'm also not gonna try to pronounce that CC creator's name because I couldn't. It's just a bunch of letters and I have no idea what to do with it. So we're just gonna ignore that, but you'll see it on the CC list, and I think it's also on the in-game preview pictures, so you will see their name. I'm always hopeful as well when I find new CC creators. Also, this is the hairstyle. Sorry getting sidetracked, but this hairstyle, isn't it so flipping cute? I don't know, he just looks so good with that. Anyways, what was I saying? I literally just distracted myself. I interrupted myself and now I don't know what I was initially saying. We're talking about, oh, when I discover new CC creators, I'm always worried that when I really like their stuff that they stop uploading after a while, because it's happened a lot of times where I found a new CC creator and they've come out with like a bunch of nice items that I love in my game, and ever since they just haven't done anything new and I'm like, no. Because I feel like there's just never enough CC creators. I don't know, maybe it's like because they all have their different styles and fashion senses and ways of doing things. I don't know, but for example, the CC creator of the male clothing items, like most of them at least, that we're looking at right now, I feel like I love what they have done in terms of like patterns and stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's not experimental, but I feel like it's very just Y2K. Like I said, like all of the items have like really cool swatches, but also plain ones. So there's always like a plain one you can choose if you don't want to go all the way out there. But I feel like there's just a lot of great options and I really, really like those things. And I feel like it's so nice because when I grew up, at least, I think men didn't have that many ways. I mean, they did, but I feel like it wasn't as common for men to have that many ways to like express themselves through their fashion. I feel like there were like a few outfits each and every guy would wear, and that was about it. And I feel like it wasn't a thing that men went all out, like especially also with like jewelry and stuff. Like it's recently become a lot more common for men to wear more jewelry, and I love it. I think it looks so good. Like I love seeing rings and like bracelets and necklace on men. I think it looks so good. Always think it pulls an outfit together, kind of. And when I grew up, men would literally just wear skinny jeans and hoodies, and that was it. Or skinny jeans and t-shirts if it was summer. That was it. Like there was no experimenting going on, and nowadays I see so many fun outfits, and I feel like that's very nice because when I was younger and you would go into like the male section of clothing stores, I feel like it was so sad because it was always tiny. There wasn't a lot of like amazing things. Like I said, it was very basic, and I just think it's very nice that they get to express themselves more. I mean, they did obviously back then, but maybe you would have been looked at a bit differently than you do today. I feel like it's a lot more common and I like seeing it. It's very nice. So it's also nice to have some of those items in game, so when I dress my male sims now, I can really go all out there. There's like a few items that I have that I really love, but I feel like I have been overusing them because it's so hard to find nice CC for male sims that I've just kept using the same things over and over again with different swatches, different combinations. But it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I've used all of this, like I need new stuff. So yeah, it was very nice. The video is coming to an end real soon here though, so I really do hope you're doing well. I hope you will have a great weekend. Let me know what your plans are if you want to. I'm gonna play some D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, with my family, which is gonna be interesting. I've only ever done it once before with my cousin and I am very excited, so wish me luck. Hope I won't get too confused, but yeah, that is going to be my weekend plans. Hope you will have a great weekend, and if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
Didn't give up. I got my first real